Hello students, welcome back to my channel again. Today we are going to do class 11's probability chapter and its first session. So let us assume that a fair die is rolled. So obviously die, that means its possible outcomes will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. So if we are taking an event where we are getting an even number, this is the event and we are naming it as E event. Then we all know that probability of E means that event will be number of favorable outcomes divided by number of equally likely possible outcomes. Number of favorable outcomes will be, as it is to get even number, that means 2, 4 and 6, so it's 3. Number of equally likely possible outcomes will be all 6. So this is 3 by 6, that is equals to half. Now this theory is actually called classical theory of probability. Classical theory of probability. Now in class 9 we found the probability based on collected data and observations, and that is called statistical approach of probability. Now in these two cases there are some foundations, there are some difficulties, and for that these are not be applied for experiments having like infinite numbers of outcomes. And in the first theory, this one means classical theory of probability, this one, we are taking that all possible outcomes are equally likely outcomes that we are assuming. Okay, so sometimes we will get some cases where the outcomes may be equally likely or may not be equally likely, may have infinite numbers, may have finite numbers. Thus, axiomatic approach of probability comes in this part, and it is developed by the mathematician, Russian mathematician N. Kolmogorov. In his book, he has just written the theory, that is foundation of probability. Now coming to this chapter, some of the very important parts without which we cannot proceed. So first one is random experiment. Now random experiment, that means the experiment will be called a random experiment if it has more than one possible outcomes. This is number one, and its outcomes are unpredictable. Okay, I have written over here the whole definition. An experiment is called random experiment if it satisfies it has more than one possible outcomes. It is not possible to predict the outcomes. Now what is outcome and sample space? A possible result of a random experiment is called its outcome. So random experiment, we are just giving some examples. Suppose a fair die is rolled or a fair coin is tossed. Then you actually cannot predict what is going to come as result. So these possible results all are called outcomes of that random experiment. Now the set of all outcomes of a random experiment is called sample space. Like if we throw a die, then we will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that set 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This set will be the sample space, and that will be denoted by capital S. Each element or outcome is called a sample point. Now coming to exercise 16.1. I have done some of the questions over here in this session. Rest of the questions obviously will be homework for you. So let's start with question number 2. Question number 2 is that a die is thrown 2 times. You have to find out the sample space for this experiment. So sample space is die is thrown 2 times. That means first trial die is thrown, we will be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now second trials, so for 1 in second trial we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. In the second trial, for 2 in the first trial we can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. We can have for 6 also like this. So there are total number of sample points or outcomes, that is 36. Now question number 5. Question number 5 is a coin is tossed and then a die is rolled only in case a head is shown on the coin. So first we will find out the sample space for coin tossing. Sample space for coin will be H and T. H stands for head, T stands for tail. Now second trial, that is the die rolling. So die is rolled only for H. That means if you are getting T in the first trial, we are not rolling the die. But if you are getting H, then we are rolling the die. So for H, another 6 outcomes will be there. That is H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. But for T, we are not performing the second trial. So T will be as it is. Did you get it? I hope so. Coming to question number 6. Question number 6 tells that in a room X, there are 2 boys and 2 girls. I have named them B1, B2, G1, G2. And in room Y, there are 1 boy and 3 girls. I have named them B3, G3, G4 and G5. Now the question is that you have to first choose the room out of 2 and then a person in that room. So we have to find out first sample space for choosing a room, that will be the set X, Y. Now for X, there are 4 persons. So if we are getting X, second trial is to get these 4 persons with X. And if we are getting Y, then we have to take these 4 persons with Y. So the final sample space will be X B1, X B2, X G1, X G2, Y B3, Y G3, Y G4, Y G5. Okay? In this way, this type of all questions can be done. Coming to question number 8. Question number 8, you just look at the question once. Question number 8 is that you have to find out a sample space based on a baby girl or baby boy according to their order of the birth. So what are the possibilities? There are 2 children in that family. So it can be like this. Both the children can be boy. The first one can be boy and the younger one can be girl, and vice versa. Means the older one can be girl and the second one can be boy, or both the children can be girls. So ultimately what we are getting? We are getting like this: BB, BG, GB and GG. So this is the sample space for the first option. Coming to the second option, Second option, you have to find out the sample space depending on the number of girls in those families. So you can see number of girls from here. You can have 0 number of girls, you can have 1 number of girls, or you can have 2 number of girls. So the sample space is 0, 1, 2. Then question number 11. Question number 11, look at the question. You want to find out the sample space for some defective and non-defective items. So D stands for defective, N stands for non-defective. Now 3 things to be drawn. So S will be like this. All 3 bulbs can be defective. First 2 can be defective, third one can be non-defective. In this way, we can form this set like this: DDD, DDN, DND, DNN, NDD, NDN, NND, NNN. So how many we are getting? We are getting 8. This is the sample space. Then coming to question number 12. This is very interesting question. The question tells that first we will toss a coin. So what sample space we will be getting? We will be getting H, T. Now in the question it is told that if we are getting H, then we will roll a die. If we are getting tail, we will stop the trial over there. But if we are getting head, then we are going to roll a die. So we have rolled a die and we are getting the possibilities 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then again, if in this performance or experiment we are getting 1, 3 or 5, that means odd numbers, then we are stopping the trials. But if we are getting even numbers like 2, 4 and 6, then we have to roll another 3 dice. So another 3 dice means obviously either this or this or this. Okay. So you have to just combine the whole figure. The figure is looking very, very funny. But this is the final way to make you understand. So what we are getting? We are just taking all the possible numbers from here. How? Just to make a chain. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Okay. But if we are getting H1, then we are stopping. So H1. But if we are getting H2, then we are performing this. So we are getting H21, H22, H23, H24, H25, H26 like that. H3 as it is. H41 to H46. Then H5 as it is. Again 6 is even. So H61 to H66. And D is left as it is. So this is the question number 12. Coming to question number 13. Question number 13 is quite same. You can say 1, 2, 3, 4. So for 1, what is left? Okay, first you look at the question, read it once. Now look, for 1, if you are picking up already 1, then what are left? 2, 3, 4. For 2, 1, 3, 4. For 3, 1, 2, 4. And for 4, 1, 2, 3. So S will be 1 2 1 3 1 4 2 1 2 3 2 4 3 1 3 2 3 4 4 1 4 2 4 3, and this is the final S. Okay. Coming to question number 16. Question number 16 is very interesting question. Question number 16 is you have to roll a die until you are getting 6. So you can have 6 in the first trial, you can have 6 in the second trial, you can have 6 in the third trial, and so on. So what will be the sample space? Suppose we are getting 6 in the first trial, so we are stopping over there. If we are getting first trial not 6, that means we have to perform the second one, and we are getting in the second trial 6. So it will be 1 6 2 6 3 6 4 6 5 6. Don't write 6 6, because if we are getting 6 in the first trial, we will be stopping. Okay, like this, the first element. Then we are performing third trial and we are getting third one as 6. So the possibilities will be like this: 1 comma 1 comma 6, 1 comma 2 comma 6, 1 comma 3 comma 6, up to 1 comma 5 comma 6. Like this, 2 comma 1 comma 6, and etc up to this. And now you can get this way, and this sample space will have obviously infinite number of points, because you don't know where it is going to be stopped. Now this is all about today's session about probabilities introduction part and some of the questions related to it. So your homework will be from this exercise 1 3 4 7 9 10 14 15. These questions I haven't done, so these will be your homework. That's all for today. So thank you everybody.